Hello there, I'm the base manager and welcome back to Surviving Mars. Now today we have our very first colonists on their way back, not on their way back, on their way from Earth to Mars. And we already have the first dome ready to receive them with every single job they possibly can make, and hopefully they will survive without any issues. We have to make sure that they stay alive and well for 10 days, I believe, after their arrival, before we can ask for more people to join us. So let's make sure that actually happens. Now, just because we already have one rocket on its way, that doesn't mean we shouldn't use the other rocket to send us additional stuff, like the drone hubs. We still cannot make those, so I'm going to request 2 additional ones. Now I could ask for one of each: a small machine parts factory, a small electronics factory, and a polymer station. However, we don't have people to work them. It would just be a waste of space and money. For now, we have more important things, like resources, which we are going to need, especially polymers, because building domes require polymers and concrete. We cannot make polymers, but we can make concrete. We can ask for a few extra things. Let's make it like this, okay? Plenty of supplies, plus the 2 drone hubs. That's fantastic. That way I will be able to expand my drone grid a little bit, and we will be able to see future expansion possibilities. Right now, I should focus on gathering as much material as possible. And yeah, now it's just a matter of time before our colonists arrive, and we will have to take care of them.
Complete.
So yeah, let's keep on doing some research, and let's wait for them to come. Now, if we choose different technologies to be researched, what should we do? Getting the medium dome would not be that bad, to be honest. Increased battery capacity, also not a bad idea. I still cannot make a... Oh, wait, I can build drone... Oops. I can build drone hubs now. Well, we get 2 free ones, okay? Think about it that way. And the dust repulsion is not a bad idea as well. Less maintenance means less resources used, so yeah. Give me a moment, guys, as our colonist should be around here at any minute now. Alright, guys, so here they are, coming in now from orbit, landing on the red planet, the first pioneers.
Milestone achieved.
Full of hope and determination, the first founders have set foot on the red planet.
Now, as you can see, for the next 10 souls, will be full of dangers and difficulties, but also great promise and opportunity. Let's prove that we can not die, basically. So basically, for the next 10 souls, we have to prove that we can sustain human life, and that way we will be able to call in additional people from Earth and help the colony grow. So, now that we have our very first colonies, let's make sure...
New colonists have arrived.
Yep, let's make sure that this doesn't happen. You know, that our scientist doesn't get assigned to a place she has no business being. Okay, so let's go here. Let's see by specialization. So basically, we have 3 botanists, 3 geologists, 1 medic, 1 officer, 2 without specialization, and 2 scientists. So we have 1. Sorry, we have 1 too many workers here. So I'm going to ask you to please leave the farm and go work in a research lab. Our security officer is over there, our medic is over there, our 2 guys without specializations are over there, and our 3 geologists are over there. So all is good, and now it's just a matter of time before the person. Yeah, I will want them in the same work slot. But yeah, now it's just a matter of time before the person who was kicked out of here reassigns over here. Now we have 2 people unemployed seeking jobs, but that's because the system hasn't yet rechecked every single work slot. But that's okay. We will have to wait for tomorrow's work slot for them to get into their workplaces. But other than that, it will be okay. Here we are, setting foot on the red planet. Ain't this great? Now, we have to make sure that these guys survive so that we can, you know, ask for additional colonists. Let's just take all the food that we got out of here, refill the rocket, send it back, and start thinking about the future. And the future means expanding our drone hub network. So, as I mentioned before, I like to have my drone hubs overlap so that they can provide maintenance between themselves. That way, if one drone hubs malfunctions, there is always someone around to do the proper maintenance. If we don't do this, we have to micromanage our RC Seeker to go and do the maintenance that the hub requires, right? Now, all we have to do is to put a cable over there and wait for the drones to go and build the stuff. They are kind of busy right now refueling the rocket, but they will come around to build that. Let's unload our resources over there, because we are full with metals. Don't let these fool you. Our metals will start to go down the second we start producing anything, pretty much. Mechanical parts require metals, and there is a lot of other things that require metals, so having a good stockpile is never a bad idea. But well, it's Sol 21. We will have to wait until Sol 31 for our evaluation to be completed. Alright, so we have 1 rocket ready to go. Let's lift off, and let's bring another rocket back down with our drone hubs, which ironically we could build, and a few additional parts. Goodbye, Mr. Rocket, and hello. Now
Sector
these
scanned.
2 additional hubs will actually be kinda helpful. Reason for that, It's because I kinda want to expand my drone hub a little bit more than I have resources for that, you know. These cost electronic components to build the hubs, but now that we have free hubs, I can... maybe I don't want to expand over there. Maybe I'll... this area is mostly unconstructable, there is nothing to construct here, so why even bother trying to assign a zone over there. But getting a zone over here would not be the worst thing in the world. It's just a matter of aligning. Yeah, maybe. Because the way I see it, I will want to have a dome over here to mine both of these resource nodes. However, this node is out of drone range, right? However, this is far into the future. For now, let's construct these two, and let's start working on a secondary hub, on a secondary dome, I mean. A small one, but still it's going to... blocking objects. Oh shit, this is bad. I can build one right here. I wanted to build like this, you know. But the question is, if I build it right here, will the passage be able to reach it? Well, in theory it should, if there is no terrain issues. In theory that's totally fine to build a passage. Or maybe not. Because if I go like this, as you can see, we have a blocking object warning. Okay, I see what's the issue. Let's pause this construction. And let's take care of the issue. Let's remove these resources which are in the way. And let's make sure that our connections are all good. Okay, power is good. Let's take care of the pipes next. Yeah, I think that would actually be good. Now let's test it again, now that the resources are gone. Okay, maybe we can do it like this. So I think I like the location of this one. The objective, you know, is to pretty much create several domes, you know, to make it like this, for example. Something like this, you know, and then we can connect them all with those passages, and the colonists can go and access services and workplaces from other domes instead of just looking inside their own dome. However, no. I think that for now, I think that we will only be able to reach here once we are around 50 colonists or something like that. You know, close to 10 colonists per hub. Yeah, I think I'm going with this location. Unfortunately, we cannot make it horizontal, but hey, we can't always have what we want, so let's make do with what we have. And as we did in the previous dome, let's not forget to make sure that our life support is taken care of. At least one water tank and one oxygen tank, just in case the lines get ruptured. Okay, so right now we have plenty of work to be done. Just one piece of advice. For example, these guys are going to have a tough time accessing resources because the resources are over there. However, we can kinda mitigate that by putting a universal resource depot over there, right? And you're going to request well, it already comes with a desired amount of 3, which means that these guys over here will, as you can see, are already going over there, putting the desired resources. However, for food, we don't want any. We can put the food over there, in this one. Let's have a desired amount of 20. So that we have a couple of food crates
Sector scanned.
close to our dome. Okay, so for now, our colonists are not very comfortable. As you can see, we have a missing service. One of our colonists would like to go shopping, but hey, we can't always have what we want, right? So in order to improve comfort, we should provide additional services. But in order to provide those services, we have to build shops. You know, for example, electronics consumes electronical components, but provides shopping and gaming, shopping and luxury, shopping and food, so on and so forth. But for example, I rather have a diner because a diner provides dining, social and food. So, you know, provides more services than the grocery shops, and right now we have to choose. But in the future I will have a couple of shops added to our dome over here for additional comfort. They already have a fountain which provides relaxation, exercise and playing, and they have a small garden over here which also does the same. But yeah, for now I think we have to wait.
Resources are low.
Let's see how long. Okay, we shall have 20 something food in a tomorrow, so we are good on that one. What we are not good on is power and life support, water. Now we are only extracting one thing of
Research complete.
we are only using one water extractor on this underground node. However, we have another one over there. Can we reach it? Oh, yes we can. So let's take care of that. Now you can put multiple extractors on the same node. It's just that it's going to
Milestone achieved.
food produced. Fantastic. How many food was produced? 22.6. Amazing. We will not starve. Now, as I was saying, you can put several water collectors in the same node. In here I'm going to put 2 just for future proof. Oh, the colonists are really happy. Sorry guys, I just wanted to be as flush as humanly possible. Come on. Yes, like this. And let's connect the power then. Like so. And that will take care of our water production for a little while at least. But when it comes to power, we only need we are only negative during the night because we have no solar. But our battery can, for now, take care of that. So yeah, I think that for now it's time for us to wait a little bit because the resources are going to take their sweet time coming to our barrel dome. But once they're ready, we will build it as the second habitat for when we can request new colonists. Alright people, with the second dome finally completed, we can now connect both of them with passages. Come on game, don't be unfair to me. You're being unfair to me. You're really going to force me to zigzag it. Okay, fine. I don't like to do it like this because it's going to... or maybe not. Okay, that's totally fine. Because as you can see we have triangles drawn in here, and I would like to put my axis corridors in the corner of said triangle, because then I can put still put 3 small buildings inside the same area, like we have in here. However, it only works if it is in one corner. For example, let me show what I mean. For example, this building is 3 by 3, right? And this one is, well, it's a full triangle. Does not fit in here because that is blocking. However, I can still fit 3 of these in here, like this, in the same triangle, and then put 1 of these over here. That would not be possible if that passage was coming over there, you know, for this hexagon, because I would not be able to fit the triangle shapes in the same area. So just one thing to keep in mind. Now, if you are expecting to see a very aesthetically pleasing colony, I can remove those ideas right now. It's function
Sector
over
scan.
form.
Anomaly found.
In this colony. Oh shit, it's not the Seeker, it's the Explorer. I'm sorry, Seeker. Go back to your place.
Building a new home on an alien world? That takes guts, to say the least.
After all, purpose is the strongest long-term driver. Since arriving on Mars, Max Studebaker's enthusiasm has proven to be above average, even by founders' norms. And by prodigious productivity displayed can be boiled down to one single explanation. Max really loves doing what Max doing. Hint, the founder Max has the enthusiast trait. Okay. That's the spirit, my friend. So, now that we have our second dome completed, we are only 3 days and a half way to go before our founder stage has been, you know, completed, and we can order, or in this case ask new people from Earth to come. However, let's see, we have one drone which is higher load. For example, this drone load was at medium, while this one is at low with 17 drones. no. Let's balance this. Let's make you 14 drones. I know that you service a lot of areas, so having 14 drones is the least we can do, but let's add 7 drones over there, because this hub will also be servicing several areas. Now, always remember to do passage ramps over your passages.
Anomaly analyzed.
Because otherwise you just effectively locked out an area. Alright, where is my explorer? Come back. You unload all those goodies. And yeah, in this area now we will have enough space that we can start thinking about children. Having children is amazing, okay, because the colonists from Earth, they can get Earth-thick, and they will get back into a rocket and leave you with a open work post. Now, that kinda sucks, okay, especially in the very early game. However, if you can incentivize people to have kids by where is it? Home and education. By adding what is it? Nurseries. Here it is. Nurseries are like homes, but for kids. You know, only kids can live in here, and for some reason this incentivizes colonists to have children. So you put a nursery and a playground and a school, and you will be set. Now you should also place a Martian university when you have the resources, but for now let's just make sure. Yeah. Okay, let's not build the nursery right now, because the kids would be stranded
Resources are low.
the kids would be stranded in a dome with nothing but the nurseries, and that would be bad. Now, no life support. Oh, that's really bad. I thought we had enough power to resist the night. Apparently that doesn't appear to be the case, but well, let's improve our power situation by adding a few additional wind turbines. Anyway, let's turn off this dome. Let's not use the power in that location. Now, if you want to also conserve power during the night, I would advise you to turn off some machines, like for example the refinery. Well, the refinery I want to stay on because I want the fuel. But for example, the concrete extractor,
Scanned.
you have plenty of concrete, so why not turn it off during the night? You know, this building is turned off during the night because
Our colonists are suffering from hypothermia.
That's troubling. Don't worry, the power has been resumed. Their hypothermia should go away. Okay. Crisis averted. Let's recharge the batteries. I also added a few extra accumulators around, but apparently even that is not enough. Unfortunate. But yeah, let's wait for the founder stage to be over before we progress with the building the second dome. Alright people, our founder stage is 1 hour from getting completed, and there we go, gambling meets the stars.
The first colonists are all gamblers coming to Mars. It's the ultimate roll of the dice.
Okay, they travel through 50 millions to a rocky, inhospitable world and try to bend it to humanity will. Ilma Carlson, on the other hand, seems to be a gambler in a more traditional sense. We must not judge, on the contrary, we must be supportive and help our dear comrade, and with whom we have traversed the void, spearheaded humanity's expansion on the worlds, only to find that we are no safe from vices so earthly as it is as we never left. Okay.
This will go down in history.
This thing, I'm not going to read all of this. The colony has been evaluated positively. Additional colonists can be called from Earth. Let's take care of it right now. Let's see. We are going to need engineers and all of that. First, let's go to the age groups. Young and adults. Okay. Let's take everybody off the list and let's see. Wait, before I do that, let me see. I can use one more geologist. Security and the infirmary could also use additional personnel. Farmers. Okay. And people without specialization would also not be a bad idea. All of you, F off. One geologist. Yes, let's take as many engineers as we can. Officer, botanist, another botanist. No medics? No medics. Really? Scientist, engineer. Huh. That kinda sucks. I mean, we could take the extra engineer. I think a small parts factory uses 4 engineers, so that would make sure we are full on that. One more botanist? Yeah. That way our farm is at 100%. And let's take 2 people without specialization and open a grocery shop. So let's launch. And let's request another cargo rocket, this time with a small machine parts factory inside of it. Electronics require rare metals, and we don't have access to those, so there is no need for that. As for additional components, I think we are good. Let's not right now. We can afford just to send the rocket with 1 prefab on board. We are producing enough fuel, and we shouldn't waste the money. At first, was because fuel was harder to come by. You know, we didn't have a supply. We should make sure that our rocket was filled up to the brink with anything that we could need. Right now our supplies are okay, and we will have a machine machine parts factory, so we will be able to start producing these, so there is no need to order them from Earth, so we will be good on that. Now, I also built a small solar power plant over here to make sure that our batteries are always filled up.
Sector scanned.
And that we don't risk going into low power mode, just as we did a few days ago. Our colonists didn't like that, so yeah, let's make sure that doesn't happen again. Now, with the new colonists coming, I think we can start thinking about education and nurseries. So, let's build 3 of these. Or maybe not. I thought the playground was bigger. So let's build 2 of those, 1 playground and 1 school. Although schools uses a lot of electronics, but hey, we are going to need it, so let's just get on with it. And then let's put a diner over there, and let's put a apartment over here. And for relaxation purposes, how about 1 stone garden? Fantastic. That way we will have additional services in here for, you know, for the future people that want to live in here, because you know, once these children grow up into young adults, they will most likely than not be living in these apartments, so, you know, having a few services for them, it's not a bad idea. Also, what also is not a bad idea, now that I think about it, is researching the martial education, so we can unlock the martial university. Not a bad idea, let me tell you right now. We have to do this for story purposes, so let's do that. And let's select another research. Archaeology. Aspire building. Yes, please. The archaeology is a spire building. Spires can only be put in circular domes. These domes cannot support a spire, and they are placed right here in the middle. I believe I have a spire available. No? I thought I had a spire. Dome spires, here it is. See, you can only place spires in the middle of the dome. Not in this one, because it cannot support it, of course. But yeah, those are buildings that provide several bonuses. For example, if you want to have a farm area, I would highly advise you to place a water reclamation system. And because we only have 1 farm, it's not even worth it to use that. It's better to use an archaeology when we start running low on habitable space. But yeah, right now we have our colonists ready to land, so let's bring them down. Let's open the spaces, but I have to open them as I see we have people available to do those jobs. We have a party! The door of the command room opens and you are hit with loud noises. A party. Small group of people talk and laugh while others dance and to groovy music. Someone sees you and the music stops. Everybody is looking slightly guilty. You know what? Let's go down the middle. Smile and wave and leave them have it their way. The mission control team had a pretty rough time so far. They earned the right to vent off some steam. I think so. But you know that Mars is still out there, stalking for a good moment to strike at your colony and take its toll. You leave your people to have fun, and you return to your personal control station. Someone has to be on the visual, and I agree with that. Someone needs to
New
retain
colonists have arrived.
responsibility. Now, we have 6 botanists, 4 engineers, 4 geologists, so let's come over here. 1 medic, 3 scientists and 2 officers. So, no. Like this. Okay. 2 scientists, and now let's place the hello, where is the thingy? Small machine factory. Okay, let's place it over there. I was thinking, is this a good location? I think so.
Research complete.
I think so indeed. Now let's put 2 people working in here. And I think that will be all. Please tell me that I brought... Oh no, it's 3 engineers. But that's totally fine. What we can do is make it... Jesus Christ. Make it go like this. The other engineer should go soon enough to the workplace, and this one once the... Oh, of course. We need to turn it on. And now that it is turned on, eventually the... how should I put it? The no specialization guys should come here and get to work. Now it says I still have one unemployed. Who is? An adult scientist. I have 4 scientists? No, I have 3 scientists. Oh. I'm sorry, my bad. Fantastic. Oh, and the rockets are already refueled and ready to go. See, what I told you. Totally fine to leave the to bring the rocket with just 1 part in it. And yeah, now we finally have machine part production, which means it's 1 less thing that we have
Sector
to request
scan.
from
Anomaly
Earth.
found.
Now, anomalies found over here will not be accessible because there is no way to path over there. We have to build a tunnel to be able to access these locations. But that doesn't mean we cannot explore this anomaly over here. And where are you? Keep collecting resources, please. And yeah, I think that for now we are good on the dome side. Soon people should be starting having children. Now, you know, first we need to raise their comfort level a little bit, but given that we gave them an additional service, which is the... oh shit, this is a diner. Oh, fuck my life. Oops! You probably saw that one coming a mile away. I meant a grocery shop. That's what I wanted to build, not a diner. I wanted to build a grocery shop because a grocery shop provides food, but also provides shopping, 1 additional service, you know. To raise the comfort level and all that jazz, so that people start to having children. Now, in here,
Anomaly analyzed.
you don't actually need workers. These are work slots for children, and the children that come to school will have these traits reinforced. For example, you can change the trait to be an enthusiast, for example. You know, the ones that come with the standard are not the worst. Like religious is kinda meh. Survivor is a good one, and so is composed. Man, those babies are crying, even though we have no babies just yet. But oh well. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So yeah, food and shopping, meaning that people that live here will be able to eat and will be able to shop. If they want to have social, they can always come to this dome and go to the diner, you know, for the other two services that are provided there. Okay, now that the rockets have returned, let's call more people. Let's see. What kind of people should we call in? Well, we could call another officer, another medic. Yes, please. More botanists are not a bad idea, if you ask me. Another science shift would also improve our research capabilities. And I think I'm going to bring a bunch of no specialization people to open different services to increase the comfort of our colonists. Just want to make sure, for example, another engineer to fulfill the rest of the shift in the machine parts factory. And other than that, okay, another medic, 2 botanists, 2 scientists, the 1 engineer, and the 1 officer. Okay, now let's bring a bunch of no specialization people. Let's launch that rocket. Now, I brought additional farmers because here it is. Because of this, the hydroponics farm, it's another way to make food, and so we will make sure that our food supply is taken care of. Now, another service that I also like to provide is a space bar. And given that we have enough people for that, let's make sure that there is a place to relax after hours in both domes. Oh, that is great. Now it's just a matter of waiting for our colonists to come to Mars so we can assess our situation and see how many people we can have working for us.
Sector scanned.
Alright, here they are. The new colonists are arriving. There we go.
New colonists have arrived.
Fantastic. So let's see. A botanist. So let's open this place up for work. The colonists should go, yep, to their assigned locations. Now, oh, I needed another engineer. Oopsie. That's okay. And 3 medics. Let's make sure that we have medical care around the clock. Officers, we have 3 officers. Once again, let's make sure that we have security 24/7. Not that there is a problem right now in the early game. Security is not really an issue. Only when you start to get rebels do you have a concern with security. But yeah, it's always for the best to have a couple extra security guys, right? Now, we still have 2 additional jobs we could assign, which means we can make another service to improve the comfort of our guys. So let's see, what do we have? Okay, this is a building for tourists. Let's not concern ourselves too much with that. Well, it would appear that right now we can't exactly provide any more services. So, you know what? I say... What? No. What? Wait. No. I thought we had two guys without specialization waiting for a job, but no, it was scientists. Okay, that way we will progress science much quicker. Fantastic. Let's launch the freaking rocket. And there we go, we have now 36 colonists.
Sector scanned. Anomaly found.
Ooh, more water. That's nice. Finding water is always a good thing, trust me. But yeah, now I think that we are close to capacity on this dome. This dome is pretty much dealt with. We only have one additional slot, and after that this dome will be completed. Let me see. We have 24 out of 24 in here, and 12 in here. Which means that in the future, if we want to add additional shifts, we will have to add additional residences to this place. Yeah, as you can see, the comfort is going up, even though they have more complainings. You know, they are complaining about gambling, shopping, social, blah blah blah.
Research
but the comfort
complete. Milestone achieved.
What was my milestone? First Martian born. Fan-freaking-tastic. There we go. Zarya Fusion, the very first Mars-born child that we have. Now, as you can see, she is 2 hours old and she's already in school, because in Mars there is no time for your shit. You need to go to school quickly so you can start working as fast as possible. So fantastic. I would say that this is actually a very good achievement, because now that we know that our colonists are prone to have children, you know, the comfort level is high enough for them to do that. They should start reproducing like rabbits, and soon enough we will have a full workforce that was entirely born on Mars. Now the Mars Education Project is already on its way, which is fantastic. Now deep scanning is actually cool, but I think we have a few things more of higher priority, like for example atomic accumulators. That would not be a bad idea. These mega storages, also a great idea. Building construction costs reduces for metal and concrete, except for domes. You know what? That also is not a bad idea. So I'm going to remove the fusion and I'm going to put you on priority, right? Because we are still in the beginning. The earlier we can get those bonuses, the more resources we will save. Fantastic. Now, we still need to deal with our unfortunate power situation. It's not like that we don't have enough power. We still have sufficient stored power to deal with that. It's just that I don't feel comfortable with such low power levels. So, give me a second, guys, and I will build myself a couple of turbines. Alright, guys, so here we are.
Research complete.
With the research complete on the Martial Education Program, which is fantastic. But our wind farm has been completed together with our solar farm. We should be good on power for a good while. Now, another zone that requires a little bit more expansion, shall we say, is the oxygen production, which was lacking, to say the least. However, this drone hub only contains 4 drones, so let's remove several from here and let's add them over there. Do a little bit of drone management. That way they will be able to do their tasks, you know, better or more efficiently, quicker, whatever you want to call it. Oh.
Until today, the only place we'd thought you could find Ice-15 outside of a lab was on an icy planet or a moon. And here we find it on Mars.
Okay, 5 million funding. I like that. Now, before I forget, let's add the fusion battery, which is over here, which is a very nice piece of equipment, as it stores a bunch of power. Let's see. Oh, I can still, you know, see it. But yeah, accumulates a bunch of power, and the maintenance is very similar, so it would be better to have those instead of the traditional power accumulators. And yeah, right now I'm still waiting on additional children to be made. You know, maybe I should dim the lights of the dome a little bit at night to help the colonists achieve the perfect mood for that, if you know what I mean. But for now, I think this will be all. So, I hope that you have enjoyed this episode.
Meteor incoming.
Oh shit. Okay. Let's see. The battery will be gone. Meow 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 meow. Well, right smack in the middle of my goddamn life support thingy that I built next to the dome to prevent exactly this from happening. Sure, sure.
The colonists are on the brink of dehydration.
Oh my. It has been fixed, okay? They ran out of water for like a couple of hours at best, okay? So chill out. But as I was saying, I hope that you are enjoying this series and that you enjoyed this episode. If you have, please consider subscribing and help the channel grow. But in the meantime, this is the Base Manager signing out. Bye bye!